Alright, family. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really got no good intro for y'all. Guess I'm just had to hold it. I ain't really got no good intro. Cause today really ain't been the best day for me. And it ain't really nothing going wrong, but at the same time, there's a lot of little stuff going on that's just really bothering me, especially since I stopped smoking. Today's the 20th, currently 19 days sober. And I don't know how long, so dealing with that, and in a little house or a little whatever. But not really even then, not even being a house, it's just certain days just get to you more than other days. But I guess, I ain't gonna say I guess, but I'm coming to y'all today to just really chop it up with y'all and just let y'all know how I'm feeling since stopping weed, and also telling y'all how I started smoking weed. Or should I say, man, I'm gonna put this on my new channel anyway. If I had to redo it, I just had to redo it. But I got some note cards here that's really just got down the key points of topics that I should touch on. Well, I wouldn't say topic, but sequence of events that I should touch on. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. I mean, we here. But so me smoking weed, it started as me being peer pressured, but I was always saying no. I wasn't going. Like I always said since I was a child, I never smoked, drink, and none of that. Like I was very heavy on that, and I stood on that. But as you get older, and you just want to try new things, and just the people that you have around you, especially today, endorsing in it, and it's just like I said, it just make you want to do it or want to try it or see what the hype is about. So the way I ended up starting smoking was it was a party that my grandma had, and her sisters and stuff came from Texas and California, and it was just a good time, and it's really a perfect time to try because they was all intoxicated, drunk or whatever, and I had to been at least maybe I want to say at least 13. Not young. I want to say about 13. I know I was very young, though I can't put an exact number on it of age, but I was around that age when I started smoking weed. So it started at a party, and I remember we was looking up ways on YouTube to smoke because of course we too young to get a cigar or whatever. So we were trying to figure out how should we smoke it. We already had the flower or whatever, so we just had to figure out how to smoke it, and we ended up finding out that you could cut out the top of a water bottle and put foil in the top, and then put the bud up in there, and then just light it and use it as like a bomb. So that's how we ended up doing it, and it was me, my cousins, and my homeboy, and we was doing that, and I don't even remember being high off that first experience. Like it was just a good time. Like it was I guess you could say like an adrenaline rush. Like it just felt good, even though it wasn't really no feeling. I still felt normal. I should say that. Still felt normal. So it really didn't lead me to want to try it again, or it didn't. It was just that moment in time of that funness that we had while trying to do it. So I say at least 2 weeks later after that, and I'm asking my auntie could I come to her house to spend the night, because back then we used to do a thing where it was like the girls would spend the night over my mama's house, and then the boys would go to my auntie house. Yeah, I know plenty of y'all probably did the same thing also. But me chasing that same fun feeling that we had that same night, I was trying to basically replay that night again. So I ended up calling my partner. When he dead now, I can say his real name, Long Live Man. But I ended up calling him, and I got a gram from him. It was probably this big. I don't think it was a gram. But I gave him the money for whatever. And I was so paranoid about the smell, I had like a little jar, and I put it in a jar, and they were like airtight. It had like a little lid on it. I don't even know how to explain it, but y'all can picture it in y'all heads. but it had like a lid on it. And I put that inside of a Ziploc bag and folded that up and put it inside of another Ziploc bag and then put it at the bottom of my bag where I had all my clothes and stuff in, so there wouldn't be no smell or nothing like that. So we get over there, and it was two of my cousins, and off real, the oldest cousin was like, I ain't gonna do it. I don't want to do it. I guess because he was scared that we was gonna do it outside of his. We was trying to figure out where to do it at. But I just said we could do it out the window because it's upstairs and they downstairs. His parents downstairs up in their room. So I'm like, hey, it's better than going outside and them hearing the door open. You know, they got the front door open. You feel me? So we decided to just open the window and smoke it out the window. And at that time, I had the shoebox paper, the ones that don't got no writing on it. It kind of looked like top paper, but it was shoebox paper. And I had put a piece of that together. Well, I ain't gonna say I put it together, but I rolled a piece of that with some of it. Then the rest of it I had left over that I didn't roll, we had made another bong with the water bottle. So me and my cousin, the youngest cousin, he got the water bottle, and I got the shoebox paper joint. So we both got our heads stuck out the window, and we just, lighting it and doing what we got to do. And then I remember just asking him, like, after a while, probably like after 5 minutes, we constantly blowing or whatever. So I remember looking over and asking him, like, do you feel anything? And he looked back and he was like, So I was like, yeah, it's about time to be done with this. So we put it out or whatever. He dropped the water bottle out the window, and I put the rest of my little joint, if I even had, and I don't even know if I had any left. I might have dropped that out the window too. But if I didn't, I know I would have put it up in my little jar. So as soon as I stood up from the window, it was like I was having an out-of-body experience. Like I stood up, and then as soon as I turned away from the window, it was like I was looking at myself from in front of me. And I automatically started freaking out, like, this is what it feels like. Then I remember trying to play it off because, like I said, we had smoked before, and it was cool. It didn't feel nothing like this. It felt totally different. I didn't feel anything for real. It was just like something that you was doing. But this experience, it was way different. So I remember freaking out in my head, but trying to keep cool because I didn't want him to know I was tripping. And I remember I went halfway down the stairs because he was going downstairs to fix him a burger because they had barbecues and burgers or something like that. And he went downstairs and fixed him a fat burger. I'm talking about, he had all the condiments on it and everything. Like he went ham with the burger. And I remember him. I was going downstairs with him to try and give me something to eat to shake back. But I got halfway downstairs and I was just like, I can't do it. So I turned back around and just let him handle his business. So I went back in my cousin room, the girl cousin room. We was in her room. And I laid in her bed and I just put my head face down in the pillow. I closed my eyes trying to go to sleep. And it was like my breathing was like, so I'm thinking I can't even breathe for real. And then on top of that, I'm hearing like a clock in my head. Like it's tick, 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 tick. And then on top of that, it's like I'm seeing, I can actually see the clock. Like, it was a crazy experience. I can't even bit more explain how I want to for real. Because it's hard to explain. But if you had an experience like that, then you know. So after that, I hear him come back in the room. And that's when I see his burger. I look over at him. He's sitting on the dresser watching the TV. And I'm like, man, how is this man? He got this burger. And he going ham with it too. He's smashing it. So I just put my head back in the pillow. Now I'm just trying to go to sleep at this point. I'm trying to get rid of this feeling because I ain't messing with it. I don't like the way this got me feeling. So I even prayed and everything. I asked God to take away the feeling. I'd never smoke again. And I ended up eventually falling asleep. And then woke up the next morning. Like, goodness. I ain't smoked a long time after that. But I'm talking about, it really scarred me for real. So what led me to smoking again was when I was a little bit older. Like I said, I can't put an exact number on the age, but I know I was a little bit older for sure. But yeah, I was a little older. So this is at a time where my mama going through the divorce, and basically we had to move out of the house that her husband had got for us when they got married. And we didn't have nowhere to go for real. So, well, we had somewhere to go, but it wasn't our place, you know. It wasn't somewhere that we would be together. And just having to go through that age or whatever, it really bothered me. Like, cause I felt like I could have done something, or like it was my fault, or like, well, I knew it, the main thing that bothered me was because I told my mother, like, this ain't him, like he ain't the one, but she didn't want to listen to me. So that bothered me because of the fact that she didn't really listen to me. Like, it's like I feel like I always been misunderstood, or like that I could never voice my opinion. Cause you know how black mothers is, when you try to tell them your feelings or whatever, they take it as an attitude and they don't want to hear it. So that was my way of coping with having to move out. So all the months leading up to us having to move out, I was just coming home from school, going over my partner. I was gonna say the name, going over my partner's house, and we was just working out and smoking. Like, we would smoke. We hit the at this time we were making a GB. Even know what a GB is, and you know what a GB is. It's a gravity bomb. So it's the same thing with 2 water bottles, except it's a 2-liter bottle and a regular water bottle. You just put water in the 2-liter and put the hose in the bottle. I don't need to be explaining this to y'all, because y'all might try it. And if you're underage, do not indulge, because that's something I regret every day. So at this time, we coming home after school, getting out the bus. I go to his house, we would smoke, and we would work out. I'm talking about, at that time I got big. I'm talking about big muscles. I'm talking about, I'm bench pressing 220 type. You feel me? I was really strong for real. I was one of the biggest dudes in my school. Until my homeboy Judah, dang, I said, man, it's alright though. He ain't gonna trip. So my homeboy Judah got out of his institution or whatever. And me and him was the 2 biggest dudes in our school. So we got a lot of attention from that. So that's what we were doing with workout. Then after we get done working out, we'll smoke again and go home. And I probably play the game, or you know, just typical child things, or typical child things. And then, so that was basically my days consistent. Well, from that day forward until I moved out for real. And then it was at that point I started smoking by myself. I had ended up having to move in with my uncle. So I was sneaking outside in the middle of the night, smoking, and when they went to work, I was smoking. And Tink, dang, I said his name too. I'm gonna have to edit his out because I don't even rock with him no more. But dude that stayed around the block, he used to, like, he just used to get me high. Like, literally, like, that was our friendship. Like, he just got me high. And I guess he needed a friend too, so I was there for him. But that was what our relationship revolved around, him getting me high. Like, he always had something to smoke, and if he didn't have something to smoke, he was gonna get something to smoke so he could have something to smoke. So that really made it worse for me, because I guess you would say my situations that I put myself in allowed me to indulge in it more, even when I didn't have the money to get some. So it really had a lot of negative effects on me, especially with being homeschooled, because it was like, it really isolated me. It made me not be able to express my feelings. And I really, well, during the beginning, I wasn't really stagnant, but towards to the point where I'm at now, grown, it made me become stagnant in a lot of areas of my life. And it really made me lazy, for real. It really made me lazy, because I really feel like if I wasn't smoking, I'd really be way more ahead than what I am right now, as far as financially and mentally and physically, for real, because ever since I stopped smoking, I've been more active. I've been able to get up on time. Well, I ain't gonna say on time, but I've been able to basically build me a healthy schedule where I'm getting up earlier than what I had, because back then I was waking up 12, 1 o'clock, go to sleep 12, 1 o'clock. But now I'm going to sleep even later. I might go to sleep 4 o'clock now and wake up 9 o'clock and be ready to conquer my day. So we have a bigger effect on people than what they think. And me personally, now that I'm grown, I realize that it's really, even though it come from the earth, bad things come from the earth too. So anything that's mind altering, that alters your mind and the way that you're thinking, in reality is not good for you. Especially the weed that they making now in these labs and stuff is got all these chemicals and all this stuff that you don't even know what you smoking. So that's another reason why I really pushed to get myself off of it, because it wasn't even really me. It was really God too. Like he really, like it's been on my mind, because I made a vow. I made that vow and I said that I wasn't gonna never smoke or drink or any of the things when I was younger. And it's always stuck with me, and I always felt guilty about it as I was doing it. So him and then me want better for my life at this moment, but I always wanted better. It's just I didn't have the confidence to do it because I was still smoking. But December 31st, I went cold turkey. After that, I had ate the edible, and it got me too high. So I just went cold turkey with all weed products. So that's why I said I've been sober 19 days now. 19 days, and I feel great. Like, other than having to actually deal with your feelings and the way that you deal with your feelings and what you're thinking inside, like, everything been great, and I know everything get better over time. It's just I had to let go of that hold that weed had on me. Like, I used to feel like I couldn't eat without smoking. I used to feel like I couldn't work without smoking. Like, it was really that deep. Like, it had a real big hold on me, and I'm so proud of myself for being able to break that hold without having to go to rehab or, just having to seek help. Like, that's how I know I'm very strong mentally, and I'm very proud of myself for being able to do that. And I really want to just let y'all know that y'all can do it too. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. And I look at that as with everything in life, as with people building houses and, building these big businesses. I look at it as, if you can do it, I can do it. So that's the type of mindset that y'all should have. Because like I told y'all in my other videos on my other channel or whatever, your mindset reflects your reality. And the people that you have around you reflects your reality too. So you have to be able to, if it's people around you that's smoking that you feel like making it harder for you to stop, you need to distance yourself from them, because anything mind altering comes with spirits. So when your mind is altered, it's giving spirits the access to you, where it's giving them easier access to you, especially if you're not spiritually in tune. So trying to stop is not easy. It's not easy. I had tried plenty of times before, and I was telling my partner, like, this last time I tried to stop has been the hardest time for me. Like, I done stopped times before, but this time here has been the hardest for me. And I really think that was because I know that I'm letting it go, and that it's gonna be a while before I smoke again. And the only reason I say that is because I do genuinely like being high, but it's just to an extent. Now you can't smoke the weed. You can't let the weed smoke you. You gotta smoke the weed. So it's like you can't let it have that hold on you to where you feel like that you need it. And that's where I was at life at that time. Well, at this time, at that time, I have to speak past tense because it's over with now. I don't feel that same need or that same urge. Like, I'm really comfortable in my own skin now, and I'm happy to say that, like, cause this has been a journey for me. I ain't gonna lie, this has been a journey. So just want y'all to know, man, y'all can do it too. So if you trying to quit smoking, y'all should use this as motivation, because I done been through it all with it. Like, I was on probation smoking. Like, although that did make me build discipline with it, like, let's say I had to go pee on the 1st. I went and smoked the last 2 weeks at the end of the month, and it was hot during that time, so I was able to sweat out most of it, and I went indoors in it as much. Like, I might smoke 1 blunt a week, or, you know, something like that, and then just, when I get ready for my test, just prepare myself, like, drinking a lot of water, sweating a lot, getting a lot of sun. Then when I get ready to go, I take some Certo. If you know about the Certo, you know about the Certo. And there was another one. It's a detox drink called Herbo Clean. So I drink the Certo the night before, put it in the Gatorade, drink that, and then I drink the Herbo Clean before to put the color in my pee so that it look like it ain't diluted. And then I go pee, and I almost failed my pee test one time. Like, I can't remember what I did wrong. I think it was bad timing or something. I did it wrong or whatever. And the line came up faint. But luckily, God was on my side, and he allowed my probation officer to, you know, give me another chance. And I also think me being so early off into probation, that helped me also, because I think that might have been my 2nd or 3rd pee test. And I know for sure my first one came up dirty because I had been smoking so long. But then even then, I was still smoking towards the end of getting ready to go, because I'm knowing my pee gonna be dirty anyway, because it's been so long since I've been smoking. So that really should have opened my eyes right then. But like I said, it always had a big hold on me ever since I just been indulging in it so much every day. Like, it was hard. But if I could overcome it, you can overcome it. So let this be motivation for y'all. And if y'all got any questions or just want to leave in the comments, negative or good, then I'm willing to accept it all. I mean, it is what it is. Or if you got any more questions about anything, about how I stopped, or what any more deeper questions on why I wanted to stop, or just anything that you didn't understand that I may have said, just drop it in the comments and let me know. And if you didn't know, I got 2 other channels. I got a family channel, and I got a car channel, because I do upholstery or whatever. So if y'all want to catch some of that content and see me doing seats and headliners and all that good stuff, wrapping panels and stuff like that, make sure y'all get over there and subscribe to that car channel. And if you want to see the videos, me and my son, you know, just doing what we do, our typical activities, and, you know, just seeing him grow up and building memories with us, and y'all go check out the family channel. And all of them be linked down in the description below. But if I forget to link it, the family channel is The YG Family, THEYG Family. I know y'all know how to spell family. And it's all together, no spaces or nothing. And the car channel is DTVYG. That's DTTHEYG. Pretty simple. I mean, you type it in right now, it's gonna pop up. But other than that, y'all have a blessed day. And I can say that me talking to y'all right now and having this conversation with y'all have helped me. And it brightened up my mood, because today has been a hectic day for me. But it's not really been hectic. It's just the small things, like I said, the small things. Some days be better than other days. And it's really just the devil trying to knock me off my pivot. But I'm aware, so I can't let him do it. Y'all be blessed.